Strong sweatshirt.
Oh boy.
Yeah, man. Let's do it. I'm ready now.
I think you're just showing off at this point. To be
Yeah, he
quite
just
honest.
flex. Yeah, hold on, let me go get a couple of my championship rings. Yeah, we'll look at stuff. All right, you good to go? We're ready when you are.
I'm straight.
Okay. We're here with Quinn Cook of the Los Angeles Lakers. Thank you for joining us. How are you, Quinn?
I'm good, man. How are y'all? Y'all good?
Doing well. I guess I should say executive producer, Quinn Cook. Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh man, I was brought on a project by KD and his partner Rich Kleiman for them to bring me on our project we just dropped May 15th on Showtime, basketball, County in the Water, and for me to be a part of that process was fun. It was something I've always wanted to do, and I had so much fun doing promo and actually, not sitting in some meetings, but be on the phone during some meetings and people asking for my input and stuff like that. So it was a great experience for me.
What was some of the input you gave? Like, what were some of the edits you're like, I don't like how that's portraying me. Show this 3 I hit.
Man, I wish I was into it like that. I was only in a couple things. My other partner, Jimmy Jenkins, he was a director on it, and any time they would have any changes or any important things, he would fill me in right after. But I just gave my input like just on players and stuff. My high school and my AAU team was documented, so I had a big part in that. Just giving them some insight and just some expanded detail on certain things, and it was fun, man. I wish I was really in the trenches, like I will be going forward. Just nah, don't do that. I don't like that stuff like that. I gotta
get him out of here.
Coffee out of intern's hands.
I got a long way to go before I get there.
Baby step. We'll put that in a part 2 of the documentary. Now I'm in the. No, go ahead.
No, I was saying it's so much to get on that topic. So hopefully we can do it.
Now in the doc, you mentioned you had 5 pro guys on your high school team. Who were the 5?
It was myself, Victor Oladipo, Jeremy Grant, Jaren Grant, and Josh Shelby.
I've never heard of any of those guys. So what? I mean, you said they played in the NBA. When did that happen? Oladipo, you say? I don't.
You know who that is.
I'm not familiar. No, but that's insane. Like in the NBA, you've played with like AD, Dirk, Clay, Steph, LeBron. With an all-time NBA team, would that even beat like your high school team or like an all-time PG County team?
Well, I mean, with a team with Dirk, AD, Bron, Steph, Clay, that definitely will beat.
Listen,
team.
KD, Oladipo. I mean,
Beasley,
got a nice
high
school
age, then Beasley and KD are there. I don't know.
Oh, are you saying a PG County team in high school?
Yeah.
Against like Bron in high school, AD in high school.
I'm going with PG County.
I don't know.
Yeah. I love the confidence. I ain't just about to go on and be like, yeah, we better than everybody. Blah blah blah. But if it's a conversation, I mean that's all we ask for, man. But the thing about us, it's just so unique. It's so small. We don't even have 1 million people, and we all grew up together, like same middle school, same teams as kids. To playing in the NBA against each other and together. So I think that makes it super unique for sure.
When was the first time basketball was even remotely difficult for you? Because it was a college, because like AAU, high school, I assume you guys were just running people off the court routinely.
I ain't gonna lie. It started for me young, like AAU, like in our area. That's when it really like got difficult, when I started to see, different players from all over. Growing up, like we all played county basketball. That was like the big thing before AAU. And like I was always pretty good in county. We always had good teams. And like the big thing was making the All-Star game. Like if you made the All-Star game, you was the real in the county. I started like at 9 years old. But when I started at AAU and started to travel and just see oh, he's the best guy from Indiana. He's the best guy from Cali. He's the best.
Right.
When I started measuring myself up, when I would come back home, I just being the best guy in DC or in PG wasn't enough for everybody. And then you see your friends going off and doing major things nationally. That's when it really got serious for me. But to answer your question, I would say around like 13, 12, 13, when I started to play up with DC Assault, and I really didn't never play. And I was like the guy. I was like the guy at my age, even though I was the youngest guy, I was the guy. And I wasn't good enough to play. So from there, that's when it started. I won't say difficult. It just started to get more challenging. I just knew I had to get better.
So around that age, like who were the guys that you all looked up to? Like if like the guys now looking up to KD, Oladipo, yourself, who are the guys like in the PG area that you look to at that age?
Man, there's many for me. DeMar Johnson, Jared Jack, Tywon Lawson, Kevin, obviously KD. But I'm gonna name guys that's not the popular answer.
Right.
Kurt Smith, he's one of my favorites. Calvin Cage, Eddie Bassett, obviously Delonte West. Walt Williams is a lot older, but my father used to tell me how good he was.
Right.
White, Chris Wright's one of my favorite players. Nigel Munson, Austin Freeman. I mean, I can keep going. And Markelle Starks. There's so many guys who didn't make the league, who are like legends and heroes because they laid the foundation for my generation.
So what was it that made you pick Duke? You listed a lot of guys there. None of them went to Duke. What was it that was like, let me go to Duke?
Yeah, well, my favorite player of all time is Nolan Smith. That's my godbrother. And I mean, I say that in all my interviews. Him and KD are like the two guys who I idolized the most. Like I studied the most and was around the most. He obviously he went to Duke, and growing up, you always want to go to the best college and try to be on the best stage. And obviously Duke, and since I was growing up, they've been the upper echelon of colleges. So I always wanted to go there, but then when Nolan went there, that's when I knew I wanted to go there. I had to go there, and so just seeing his progression there definitely made me want to go there as well.
Well, it set off unintentionally in your life. You've played for just some of the most hated franchises of all time. Between Duke, now you're with the Lakers. The Warriors historically weren't, but while you were there, extremely hateable. Do you ever think you're going to end up with like a Pacers, a team no one hates or loves?
I know New York. I don't think New York likes the Pacers. I don't think.
Yeah, but the Knicks, they don't barely even have a team these days.
I think they just hate Reggie Miller.
Yeah. To be honest, man, I've been lucky. To have been placed, with such good teams. For me, it started, AAU. When I was at AAU, DC Assault was, the top dog in the city and top dog, nationally. So we got everybody's best shot because guys like DeMar, Keith Bogans, all those guys laid the foundation for us. Beasley, Nolan. So when I got to DC Assault, it was a powerhouse. So I got that early. Then I obviously going to Duke, where everybody's biggest game. When we lose, it's the first thing on ESPN, Sports Center. So every time I lost ever, if it wasn't at home, the court is getting stormed. So you have that mentality of your everybody's biggest game there. And then, just landing on the Warriors, which was crazy. And I got there when they went to 3 straight chips. They had 1, 2. So it was turning to where like, all right, I'm kind of tired of seeing these guys, dominate the league. So my 2 years there, it was everybody was trying to knock us off. The media would try to find any little thing to talk about on TV. If Clay missed Steph on one possession, was talked about on TV and the internet the next day, and they were just trying to, you know how it is when a team wins a lot. The Spurs got it, Lakers got it, the Bulls got it, as we just saw. So the Warriors were going through that, and I caught it on the back end when people were really tired of seeing the Warriors in the finals and winning and stuff. Right. So that was fun because obviously, like at Duke, we got everybody's best shot on a nightly basis, so we couldn't take a night off. And obviously, here being the Lakers, I grew up a Lakers fan, so I know how much love they get, and I also know how much I don't want to say hate, but this dislike that.
No, it's hatred. There's some hatred out
listen,
there. Yeah.
I'm in Boston right now. It's
Yeah.
hate.
Yeah,
it's definitely.
but Boston, growing up, man, I remember those Sacramento games. Man, I remember the Phoenix Wars. Just so many, so many generations have dealt with Detroit Pistons, and you know what I'm saying. It's just so many franchises who've had wars with the Lakers for many years. So to be here now, obviously being on the Lakers, you're going to get that, and then being on a good Lakers team, you're going to get that as well. And then also being on the team with LeBron, you're going to get it too. But you're going to get way, 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 way more love. So that's the part that's the best for sure.
You ever think that you're the common denominator here, Quinn? You go to these teams, people don't like Duke. You go to the Warriors, they don't like the Warriors. You go to the Lakers. What is it about Quinn Cook, man? What are you taking to these teams?
I ain't gonna lie. Like I grew up in Georgetown and in Maryland territory. So on the Duke is like you going against the grain.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I don't know about the Duke. You know what I'm saying? We kind of it kind of turned. I ain't trying to say I'm a savior or nothing, but like
no, I heard you. You just said it. No, we heard it loud and clear.
But when you think of like Duke players, like in the past, like you think of like
Mercer.
No, not even that. Just you think everyone comes from a great family, a great background. And
right. Yeah.
You have this, the stereotype of Duke players take charges, like go crazy over like
scrappy heads up
players. Yeah, I mean, but when I got there, like we was playing like Justin Bieber before the game, Miley Cyrus before the game. But by the time I left, they was playing Lil Durk, Shy Glizzy, Chief Keef, Meek. And coach let us be ourselves, and like it was just fun. It was just fun, and I saw people like kind of, when you think of like Duke, you think of 4-year guys, and guys have to graduate and stuff like that. But after Kyrie, I mean, obviously they had a lot of one and dones before, but after Kyrie, it was just like one and done, one and done. It was just like cool to come to Duke, and it was just fun when I was there, man. We had a lot of fun. Coach K let us be ourselves, and man, it was fun. But to answer your question, when I get to these teams, I just try to just bring energy to the team and have fun with it.
Did Coach K ever threaten to like take you guys sweatpants because you guys lost by 2 to Florida State or anything like that?
No, I mean he's taking our practice jerseys and stuff. He's kicked us out of the locker room. He probably's done that once a season when I was there. We have a bad loss or something. We get back, all our clothes is packed up. We had nothing in our lockers. I remember my sophomore year, we lost to Miami. We were number 1 in the country. We lost to them by like 25-30 on ESPN. They were smacking the floor against us. I mean, it was a tough loss. But when we got back, all our stuff was gone, obviously. But we couldn't wear anything Duke. Like we couldn't wear anything like Duke. Like nothing. Like we couldn't wear our sweats. We couldn't wear our jerseys. We had to practice in white tees, and that's how we finished the year. Because after that, we kind of got rolling. That was like the motivation we needed, and we didn't wear jerseys for the rest of the year until the game. And Coach K does a lot of motivational things like that.
Now you a 4-year guy, so like your first, second year, you see him do that. But like a junior, senior, you telling the other guys like, listen, he'll give him back in 2 weeks. Like everybody just chill out, come to practice on time, and we'll get our jersey back in that 2 games.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, because when you're a freshman, you don't know.
Right.
And I was tripping, and I had some great upperclassmen: Seth Curry, Ryan Kelly, Mason Plumlee, Miles Plumlee, Josh Harrison, Tyler. So I had so many guys who I was very, very close to. So when that happened, they would say exactly what you said. Don't worry, blah, blah, blah. And I would do the same thing as I got older. But I remember my freshman year, we had a 7 a.m. practice, tough practice. I don't know. I don't even remember why Coach kicked us out, but it was a quick like. So it was about 7 o'clock practice. So it's like 7:20, 7:25. So I get to the locker room. I take a shower. I'm like, damn, we off for the whole day. Like, we good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm kind of happy. I'm all right, cool. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta lose more often. This is all right.
We gonna win the games. We good. Then I'm like the only one kind of like happy. So nobody says nothing to me. Me and Austin Rivers walking to class. We get a text at like 8 o'clock. Be back for practice tonight at 6 p.m. or whatever. I was so pissed.
I had plans, coach. I had a date. I was gonna go get some shots up.
I was done for the day. Nah, right. But after that first couple times, I got used to it.
What's the most hostile environment you've ever been in? Was it at Duke? Was it the NBA Finals? What's the most like you were looking around like this is more than basketball right now?
Obviously Carolina. Every time you play Carolina, it's hostile. When I played against Maryland my sophomore year, only time I played against them in Maryland, that was very hostile. On the pro, obviously Cleveland, it gets so loud in there. It gets so loud in the queue. Toronto, just the whole experience. The arena was something, but like we couldn't go nowhere. Like hotel, we get booed every time we go in a hotel. We go to dinner, seriously.
I respect it though. On their behalf, you got to respect it though.
It was dope. It was dope.
Yeah.
I mean, like anytime we would go outside the hotel, like we can go to dinner. A couple of us go to dinner. A couple of us going to the 7-Eleven across the street, like we're getting food. I remember
they're ringing you up, doing you.
The night before game one, they set like fireworks off like the middle of the night. Man, it was crazy because we was going against a whole country, man. It was
right.
it was a fun couple. I don't know how long it lasted, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. It was fun though.
Y'all didn't do any like room service, get any pizzas that got you all sick during the playoffs? Nothing like that.
Nah. They was good sports. They showed us love. They showed us love through it all. They left it strictly basketball. They talk they trash. All in fun though. Nothing disrespectful. Right. But that's how Cleveland was too. Like they obviously they were used to playing against the Warriors. They were used to hosting, NBA finals and stuff. So they understood the camaraderie and the sportsmanship between the two. But they was gonna talk they trash any chance they got, man. And I appreciated that.
Have you been able to watch The Last Dance during quarantine?
Yeah, I watched it like the Super Bowl. Every Sunday I would wake up like it was Christmas, man. It was those 5 Sundays was incredible for me.
What did you learn anything that you didn't already know from it, or what stood out to you watching all that?
Yeah, so I grew up like being, obsessed with Michael Jordan. Like I was watching it and I would like call out like this is about to happen. Like I knew in my head like they're about to show this play, they're about to show this interview. Mike's going to answer this. Like that's how obsessed I am with Michael Jordan. But I learned a lot. I didn't know, the beef really between Krause, and Phil.
Everybody, yeah.
And everybody. How much the owner and the president had how much he had in that at the end where he admitted, saying that he wanted to bring Phil back for that last year after he said, you guys can go 82-0, Phil's not coming back. And, just being like, I remember watching game 1 of the 97 finals when Jordan hit the shot to win. And I remember game 6 of 98 of the NBA finals. But living living it, like really understanding, really knowing it, I would have felt deprived like everybody else, when Mike, won and then he retired and like they never got a chance to, defend their championship and go for 4 in a row. So I would have been sick if I was an NBA fan and just a basketball fan, knowing that happened. And now, 20 years later, just getting those in-depth interviews and seeing what really went on, that's something that I learned as well.
I feel like y'all were in a similar. I
was just say, as someone who strives to be in, I don't know if it's the filmmaking industry or around it. Like when you see a 10-part documentary like that, like what does that do to your brain?
Oh, that's amazing. I mean, that had me. I've always been a fan of just documentaries anyway, and sports documentaries. Like, there's nothing better in the world for me than a sports documentary. So I'm always interested in that. Like I said, me and my partner Jimmy Jenkins, Like any documentary that comes out, we're always, talking during it, and I'm always just asking questions. But that, like to have that come out at the time when ours came out, it was just like the timing for me. So just to see the transition, just to see everything, man, just as a 10-part series, just how much time they put in, and just to have all the footage in the archives that we never saw. Because like I said, I've seen everything Michael Jordan. Like I feel like I grew up on Michael Jordan, his airness, Michael Jordan playground, come fly with me, all that stuff. And just to see those behind the scenes footage that we never saw was incredible, man. And those guys did a phenomenal job.
Well, that makes me think, because I'm always like, every sport, there always seems to be like, oh yeah, here's Bill Parcells and Bill Belichick talking about some random play against the Browns from 1988. Like they always have that. So like as a player, like especially when you play with all these championship caliber teams, are there cameras like we don't see constantly following you guys?
Yeah, for sure.
You probably just it's probably happened for you since you were like 14 though. You probably don't even notice them anymore.
I mean, to be honest, yeah. Like when I was at the Mac, we had a show follow us. 2 years. Like we had a show when I was at the Mac. So it started for me then, and obviously Duke, and then the Warriors, and then the Lakers. I mean, yeah, there's cameras everywhere. I mean, you just get numb to it, really.
So like 15 years from now, there might be like something from the Warriors or something from this year's Lakers team. And you're like, I forgot I said that to JaVale McGee. Like I wish I had.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the dope part. I think
same.
Because I know when I was younger, I wasn't recording anything. Like I wish I had more pictures of me, when I was playing AAU, county, and videos and stuff like that. These kids now, they record everything. They have phones and stuff like that, which 30 years from now, they'll still have that stuff. So I'm happy that I'm a part of franchise and part of teams that's highly documented. So, I can watch with my kids and my grandkids 40 years from now and relive the past a little bit.
Talking The Last Dance made me think like the Warriors were going into trying for a three-peat. So I'm just imagining Bob Myers gathering everybody in a room and telling you guys that no matter what happens, Steve Kerr is not coming back. You could go 82-0 and Steve Kerr is just not coming back. And how that would be received now. But apparently back then people were like, no, he's the GM. What else can you do?
That's wild. That's wild.
It's chaos.
That's wild. That wasn't the brightest move.
No.
People are human, man. People's pride get in the way. People, go through things, and I don't know, but I wish they would have kept it together. I could never see a GM doing that today.
Right.
Even though Cross was a hell of a GM, he was
great GM.
Yep.
Has it inspired you to like you listen to any R&B or swung any baseball bats, smoked any cigars in the locker room, like punched any teammates? Like, how much has it really inspired you?
Well, I mean, I haven't been able to leave the crib, so
okay. But I'm saying though, but hey,
when you get back, you're gonna just the hell out of
Funny thing. After whatever episode it was when he went to go play baseball, I believe it was 5 or 6, maybe. My manager lives here in LA, and we went to go get baseball gloves, and we went to throw the baseball outside just for a little bit because of my kid. So I can't.
Like Mike, yeah.
I can't say that.
What else have you been doing in quarantine to try and keep some sanity? Like I know Jason Tatum a few weeks ago was like, I haven't even picked up a ball since this all ended. Like, have you been dribbling, doing anything, or have you just been sitting in the crib?
Yeah, I will dribble outside. The Lakers put us together on workout stuff, so I'm working out every day with that. Obviously, our facility's back open 3 days a week, so I can go in there and work out for an hour, which is, a big step, for us. But I picked up gaming. I've always been a big Madden player.
Okay.
That's all I play. I always had Grand Theft Auto, obviously, and every year I would buy Madden and 2K. I would play 2K just for my boys if they come in town. Maybe if I'm bored, I'll do it in my career. Well, I never really got into it, but I'm really into 2K now. Like I'm like with it. I started streaming and stuff. I bought all the equipment. I stream every night. It's so much fun, and I'm a serious Madden player. Like I have a league that I have some professionals in there. I actually beat one of the professionals. I ain't gonna say his name, but I'm a high level man player. So I picked up gaming during the quarantine.
Okay.
I was gonna ask what level you play on, but if you've beaten professional gamers, it sounds like you're playing on All Madden or Hall of Fame.
And competitive mode type of guy, man. I can play the game, and we play with rules in the league. Like you can't just go for 4th and 12. You can't just go for it. You got to punch. It's a real man league. It's serious. Actually, the guy, I'll give him a shout out, Joke. My guy Joke, he just won our tournament. He won the EA Madden challenge that's on ESPN. He just won that.
Okay.
So he just won the money for that. So that's the guys I'm playing with. He knocked me out the playoffs. We had a crazy game. He beat me by 10. So I'm a okay man player if I can play.
Was he the dude who only runs?
Huh?
Is he the dude who never throws? He only runs the ball?
Yeah. I run, you pass, I win. That's his name. Yeah, you know what I'm but he passes a little bit in our league. He's probably working on his passing stuff in our league. But yeah, he doesn't have a quarterback on his Madden team he won the money with. I think he plays quarterback with Trust Way, the punter, and he just runs. That's the guy. That's the guy that just won our league last night.
How infuriating is that to know he's going to run it and there's nothing you can do?
So the thing with me, I got lucky. His main running back, Joe Mixon, he got hurt.
Okay.
So I had to get the 2nd and 3rd string. So I was defending the run pretty well, and so he had to pass. He beat me with 2 bombs.
Oh, that's rough.
Well, 14-7. I was controlling the game, but that's what you think. You think he just runs, but he can pass too. So and his defense is crazy. So I got to keep playing against him so I can get better.
I hope his defense is good. He's playing this 1920s ass football. It better be good defense.
Yeah, no, you're right. He ain't passing.
Wing T offense.
So, yeah.
Army Navy football. Yeah,
he's running the whole game.
I mean, I get, but you can't just go into like punt block formation, just sit in the house every single time. And he's like, nope, gain of 6.
He gonna audible that and go up top. He's good, man. He's like really good. Like it's crazy the adjustments. It's crazy how real the video game is. Like so crazy how real it is. I was telling my boy it's really like chess. Like it's like chess. They're making the games harder and to where you really got to lock in, you know, to be a high level guy. So I'm trying to get better at 2K now, but Madden is my go-to game.
Now you DC guy, so you're a Redskins fan, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to hear that, but do you play with them on Madden?
Yeah,
okay.
I play with the Skins. I play with the Skins. If I'm gonna play for some money, though, I'm gonna play with the Seahawks.
Okay,
smart.
Yeah, smart. I was gonna say, there's being a fan and there's being stupid. So you're a smart man.
Though I got franchise mode with them. I play with my Skins a lot.
So do you like Haskins?
Yeah, I love Haskins. He's a Maryland guy as well. I love Haskins. I love T-Mac. Dice, obviously. You know, our young guys, obviously Chase Young. You know, we got a great team.
He's a DMV guy, and you Chase Young?
Yeah, he went to DeMatha. He went to my house.
Jesus. Will you guys stop? Will you guys let like somebody else have some talent?
Oh man, it's our turn, man. It's our turn.
It's DMV and it's Bessemer, Alabama. Those are the 2 places you just
capita,
both of them. You're good.
Yeah. No, we you know what I'm saying? We just trying to get recognized. That's it.
So let me ask you this, and speak truthfully now. When you were a teenager and you see 16-year-old Michael Beasley, 17-year-old Kevin Durant, who did you think was going to be better long term?
They both was like the same. Not the same, but like they were just doing some crazy stuff. Like,
that's what I mean.
Right.
Where it was never like who's going to be better. It's going to be, dang, they both going to be like the best players in the league. Like that's what they were doing at 16 and 17. And they embraced each other. Like they would go on air. KD would say Mike's the best, better than him. Right. Mike would say KD's the best, which made it like so much more better. So much just that's how close they are. So it was always, you know, just we gonna root for them the same, and they both could do amazing things at the next level for sure.
So it was never I think he's gonna have, like, it was that close between them.
Yeah, for sure. They were a great apart, and you know, everything Kevin would do, you know, Mike would do it the next year. You know, Kevin would get will be the best player in high school, win whatever, and then Mike could do it the next year. KD went to Texas, Rick College in the Big 12, freshman of the year, national player of the year, number 2 pick. Mike did the exact same thing the next year.
Like, I can do that. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy because people don't know they've been playing together since they was 9 years old, 8 years old. So
that's scary.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crazy. It was crazy to witness at the time, and they're still close to this day. So that's what makes it even better.
You mentioned Dirk earlier, playing ball with Dirk. We had him on not long ago, and he was talking about some of the best ball playing rappers. Who else have you played ball with? Because Dirk was in Staples Center shooting with y'all, wasn't he? Like he had on the Lakers gear. He had on Jerry West uniform.
No. We were in Atlanta. We were at Georgia Tech.
Okay.
But now Dirk is tough. I hoop with him. He killed me. My brother is like a college player. Like he scored 1,000 points in college and everything. And Dirk killed him. Like I still don't let him. Like Dirk killed him. So he's really good. I've hooped with Chris Brown, Quavo. I've hooped the game. I haven't hooped with him, but I've seen highlights and stuff. Those are 4 that really come to mind. Davies played. They said Davies played with DC Assault.
Oh wow! I didn't know that.
Yeah, he went to Richmond and Townsend or Loyola, I believe. He played Division I basketball, so I bet you he's still good as well.
Who told you they were nice and then not so much?
Say his name.
Wale.
Oh no! DMV brethren. No.
I was gonna say this is the first DEC on DC shot I've seen taken. Wow.
That's my big bro. He been looking out for me since I was, high school, middle school maybe. But yeah,
no game. Yeah.
He got a little game. But he talked to where, you know what I'm saying, you think he about to get 40. He might get you a little like 12, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's not bad. Yeah.
He ain't sorry.
Right.
He ain't sorry. I just thought he was gonna be like a little
good.
Bit.
Yeah.
All right. So be honest with us. How many pairs of phone posits do you have in that apartment right now?
Right now, 1.
Ooh.
Must have just cleaned out.
Nah, I mean, I'm we always moving, city to city.
True.
So
yeah, they're heavy. They're tough to move.
And my storage back home, well, I haven't bought some phones in a while, but if we talking all my shoes, I got a lot. I got maybe seven pair. Maybe 7.
That feels light for
DMV. That really means you got 15 pair.
That's definitely light. I stopped getting them. But yeah, I still have 7 pair, but that's just I've given so many shoes away, especially phones to my little cousin. My little cousin takes all my shoes, so he has all my shoes.
What is it with that shoe specifically in the DMV area? What is where did that connect come from?
I don't know. I just start seeing everybody wearing them. I'm like, damn, them things nice. So
I need 7 pairs.
I wanted a pair. I want a couple pairs. And for me, like I used to hoop in them growing up, so you can hoop in them. You could, just wear them with the jeans. You could do a lot in them. And
commit crime.
Yeah,
I mean, you
big crime shoe.
I ain't touching on that, man.
You don't have.
Shout out to Penny Hardaway, man.
Forever. What have you seen all the playoff stuff they've been projecting coming back? All the Orlando, the 1 through 16. Have you had a chance to look at that? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I've seen it. I think it'll be pretty cool. I think it'd be really cool for everybody to be, on one campus, and it's like it feels like AAU over again. Like if you play, it could be at the Worldwide, Sports, the Milk House, and I think everybody grew up, playing AAU there. So I know me, I lost the national championship there when I was 10, and I haven't been back. So that's been, a place that I've always wanted to go back to and just relive some memories and stuff. Just to go look and just to go, where I spent a lot of my childhood. But the switch seasons as well. I know the NBA's been talking about that even before this coronavirus thing happened, just to have the best 16 teams in the league. Doesn't matter the conference, and just play like that. So I saw a little bracket the other day of how it would look if they did it, and it looked pretty cool, unique, something new for the fans and for us, and just to get back playing, will be a step forward.
Do you think you guys need like a 4 or 5 game warm up before the tournament starts? Or are you ready to just get some practice?
Now you need a warm up, especially going to playoffs.
Yeah.
It's different from getting ready for a regular training camp in the season and preseason stuff like that. Because we have all summer, to work out, get in shape. Gyms are open. We have our routine. Well, now, like you said, Jason Tatum said he hadn't touched the basketball this entire time. So we need a longer training camp. Just to prevent injuries to guys to get back, in the flow. And then like playoff basketball, you guys know it. I mean, it's the highest. It's the highest level of basketball, and people always say people load management and guys take games and nights off during the regular season, but I haven't heard no load management ever in the playoffs. Guys night off, so you can't just be not able to hoop for 2-3 months and then jump into a couple practices and jump right into playoff mode. That's not going to happen. So I think we definitely need, a couple games to ramp up before you jump into the playoffs for sure.
Do you speak for all the Lakers here? Do you guys feel a little bad that you have the much easier half of the bracket?
I didn't. I saw that we would play Brooklyn first, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really see who was on our side and that side. I just saw we was the number 2 seed of the whole thing. But I'm guessing Milwaukee's on the other side.
Clippers
are on the other side.
Damn, I mean,
real shame.
Yeah, you hate to see it, man. What?
But I guarantee you, Houston's on our side.
Houston is on that.
Yeah, I mean, so it ain't gonna be no cakewalk either way. Obviously, it ain't gonna be no cakewalk with any team. Brooklyn just beat us our last game before we took off.
So you guys are real worried about Brooklyn, yeah.
I mean, but still, like you still gotta go play the game.
For sure.
Happen. So that'll be cool to see. That'll be definitely cool to see, man. It'll be something different for the league for sure.
Now you've gone back to the film a little bit. You got a degree in theater studies. So what's your passion project? Like, what's the one film you want, like documentary or like topic that you would like to cover?
Not basketball.
I mean, it can be. It could be whatever you want. It's your passion.
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I don't know.
Passionless Quinn Cook.
That's a hell of a question. I mean, I'm passionate about music. I'm passionate about basketball. I'm passionate about architecture. It's so many stuff that I'm passionate about. Just to put something on a documentary or a movie. It's something that goes involved, but you can do so much. You can do so much. But I definitely want to do something that's near and dear to. That's something I need to think about.
Something to consider.
You've had nothing but time these last few months. I know you've been gaming, but you could.
You gave me the motivation. I mean, that's something that I need to think about.
Just give executive producer credit. That's it.
Nah, I got you. I mean, you set that one up, man. It's a lot of stuff though. But for me, it's like to try to find a correlation between like the athlete and the entertainer or something, or how we grow up. Rappers want to be hoopers want to be rappers. You can do something with that. I mean, I don't know. It's just
a lot of lanes.
It's a lot. So I definitely need to really start brainstorming.
Now, you only wanting to be a behind the scenes guy? You trying to get that face in front of the camera too?
So anytime I want to be in front of the camera, I want to be like commentating. Like if it's my main job is to be Kenny Smith. Like I want to be Kenny Smith in 20 years. Just a guy was a great player. Wasn't like the best player, but was a great player. Respectively, won championships, and he had the respect from everybody. From players to coaches to everybody. In the league, and he's on TV. Been on TV for 20 years, just talking basketball. He's just talking basketball, and that's something that I want to do. I want to be Kenny Smith in 20 years doing that, and I also can do my other stuff. But acting, like I'm not really into acting. For me, I tried it in college. I didn't really like it. I wasn't good with memorizing lines. So obviously, as the opportunity presents itself, just to learn, I'm not opposed to it, but I would rather be behind the scenes.
Right. Now, I do hate that we have to clip it and put out a promo of you saying that you wanted to be like a UNC player, but you did it to yourself, Quinn. You did it to yourself. Kenny Smith.
Oh,
you just said you were. Yeah, you just said you wanted to be Kenny. You said you wanted to be Kenny Smith. Yeah, what?
Grant Hill. I'll say Grant Hill.
Oh, there we go. Good save. Good.
I'll say Grant Hill. Nah, Kenny was my guy. He's always like looked out for me. I gave me words anytime I saw him. He used to. I know his nephew, so he used to like FaceTime his nephew and used to check on me and stuff. He always gave me great words. And Grant Hill, he's been my mentor since I was 16. My mom and his mom are like best friends. His dad helps my mom out a lot, and Grant is always helping me, on and off the floor, just understanding everything, just life. So he's like one of my closest mentors.
You've just had basketball royalty surrounding you since you were born, it sounds like.
Yeah, because just being born in DC and raised in PG, that's just basketball. That's the sport. I mean, we have so many great athletes, especially football, boxing. But basketball is the sport. If you're good in basketball, you can kind of make your way in the city. But like just growing up, like just being around like Nolan and KD and Mike, I was just always considered their little brother. Like Draymond said a quote last year that was real interesting. All like the players I have in relationships with, even the guys way older than me, because I was always around, KD, Nolan, Mike. So they always saw me as their little brother. So when I would like go to their events and games and stuff like that, I would like, if it was like a famous player or a player that I looked up to, like I would go speak to them. Like I'll go, hey, I'm Quinn. Like thank you so much for like the help, like motivate me in any kind of way. Like I was always one of those kids. Like it didn't matter if you made the league or not. Like I was one of those kids who was just a diehard fan. So I would go, just show my appreciation to them, and we just always start traveling, and I would just meet new people and meet new players. And as I started to get older and just being placed around certain players, we just kept relationships. So yeah, I've been lucky in that aspect, just having access to a lot of guys who I grew up idolizing.
And last question I have for you, we'll let you out of here, Quinn. You spent a day with GQ, and this is something that I ask everybody. So who is the best dressed player on the Lakers? It can be yourself.
Best dressed?
Best dressed.
I'll say AD.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah. Now, who's the worst dressed?
Danny Green.
Oh, why? What's Danny? Describe Danny Green's style to us.
He's just like he's like real like chill. He's like conservative, like as a teammate, as a friend. Mm-hmm. It's Danny. He's like real, like just chill. Like he goes with the flow. He's his own. But like he'll switch it up like with the styles, and he keeps us on our toes. It's no better feeling to get to get into Staples Center. It's like me, Avery Bradley, AD, LeBron, and Duds, and we just waiting on Danny. Let's see what he's gonna throw on today. Let's see what he's gonna do today. He always keeps us guessing on our. So I wouldn't say he's the worst. I say we look forward to seeing what he throws on every night. Him and Kuz for sure. They
I was gonna say. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be Kuz.
Yeah, that's the popular answer. But those two keep us on our toes for sure. It's a fun environment that we have.
I think you just said Danny Green because you had given too many UNC guys too much love recently.
Hey, and Danny still owes me some money, man. We swept the boys this year, so what I'm saying, he still owes me some money. So I ain't been able to see him to collect, but it's all good.
PayPal, there's Venmo, there's ways for you to get your scratch.
Right. Nah, that's my guy, man. That's my guy.
Quinn Cook, future commentator, current basketball player / executive producer. Thank you very much for joining us today. Can't wait to see actual basketball again soon and very soon.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate y'all, man. This was fun.
Showtime.